Right. Good afternoon, everyone. We're a few minutes late today, but you probably haven't noticed. So it is once again Whispers from Eternity, and this is Friday. It looks like it's July 24th, according to my computer, and we're going to read number 112, Demand for Union with the Almighty. O Father, behold me through the pores of the sky. Smile at me through the twinkling stars. Strengthen me through the sun. Calm my feelings through the moon. Caress me through the breeze. Love me through my love and throb in me through my heart. Breathe thine immortality through this mortal frame of mine. Speak through my voice. Help others through my hands. Use my mind to inspire them and breathe through my breath. For within this fragile viol, thou alone can sing thy complete eternal song. You know, as Padma and I are reading these whispers weekdays, 5 days a week, week after week, we can discern certain themes in Yogananda's prayer demands from eternity. And those the basic theme is the theme of Vedanta itself, the theme of Sanatana Dharma, that eternal religion, that eternal teaching, that eternal truth, which is one and eternal, which is that all that we see, all that we are, all of creation, our feelings, our thoughts, are but manifestations like little bubbles on the great ocean of consciousness. Now, it's curious, you know, in this particular demand, as in a number of others, he refers to qualities or aspects in nature, the sun, the moon, etc., the stars, as reflective of certain qualities, divine qualities, calmness, for example, energy, vitality, and so forth. In the Western way of thinking, it is probably typical that a person imagines that it is our mind projecting onto different aspects of nature these qualities. Well, with a little bit of reflection, and only a small amount would do, we can see that those qualities are universally stimulated in humans down through the ages. You can think of the romance of the moon, the coolness of the moon, the love aspects, the peace aspects of the moon, the sun with its strength and vitality, its life-giving energy, its wisdom, the beauty of a flower, the raging wind, or the cool, soft breezes. These qualities are innate, inherent in nature itself. You know, one time Paramahansa Yogananda made this statement in referring to the sun, our earth sun, saying that the sun is the symbol of the spiritual eye, which is seen in the forehead, behind closed eyes, deep in meditation. Actually, I've seen it with eyes open too, but that's perhaps a different story. But when he said that, I think most Westerners would probably say, wait a minute, you mean to say the spiritual eye is the symbol of the sun? You see, we defer, as it were, to the material rather than the astral or the subtle. Why do you think that the image of, let's say, those of us in the Northwest, when we turn that corner on the freeway and we see Mount Rainier in all its glory, who doesn't have a sharp intake of, you see the majesty of this great mountain? Those qualities are themselves the giver of life to these natural phenomena. It is majesty that gave birth to the mountain. It is strength and vitality that created and sustains the sun. It is love and peace and so forth that has created the moon. You see, all things being a reflection of divine consciousness, each in its own way reflects certain aspects of that consciousness. In fact, Yogananda endorsed the long-standing teaching that our higher nature, our soul, superconsciousness, as the term he employed and I think created for this purpose, has, as it were, like a rainbow of qualities, like light coming through a prism and refracting into the rainbow colors. There are 8 aspects of our soul's nature, and they are, I'll just list them: peace, wisdom, vitality or energy, love, deep calmness, the ethereal sounds of the subtle realms, the ethereal light of the subtle realms, and the progenitor of all of them, as it were, bliss, the bliss of Satchidanandam, of divine nature itself. Beyond all qualities is the bliss state. And the energy refracting through that, coming into material manifestation, is bent, refracted, etc., in these different qualities. Like light shooting through water and expressed differently as the water becomes more dense, or sound, actually, I suppose, would do that also. So too, the eternal manifestation of prana, pranava, as known as Om, refracts into these different qualities. And these qualities of our divine nature are holographic. That is to say, when we feel deep peace, how can we not also feel love for all? And so each of these qualities are reflected in some ways in the others, but yet they are discernible on their own as well. So this prayer demand, which equates the divine presence in all forms of our nature, and I'm going to open it up again, in the moon, in the sun, in the twinkling stars, in the pores of the sky. Don't know quite what pores of the sky are, but it sounds wonderful. Speaking through our voice, helping through our hands, all of these different things then are a reminder that God is in everything, everybody, clearly reflected in some, very poorly reflected in others. I don't have time to touch upon the great issue in human consciousness and human reason and ethics, which is who creates evil. Maybe I'll save that for a different time, but there is no escaping the only reality there is, God alone. God bless you. Thank you for listening. We'll be